Rather Good Coaching presents.
Hello, I'm Karen Adams of Rather Good Limited, and today I'm going to present to you another part of the live webinar Dealing with Difficult People. This is going to be a little bit about gratuitous negativity and some tools to help you deal with it. Enjoy.
This one being our negative bias. Human brains are hardwired to see the negative in a situation, and from an evolutionary standpoint, this is perfect and makes absolute sense. As an early human, hearing a rustling in the bushes thinks, "Oh no, a lion!" He runs away and lives to pass on his genes to the next generation. As the culmination of many millennia of survival, I deeply approve of this. On the other hand, this useful negativity bias from our ancient past comes with a strong tendency to see the bad in any situation and is still a driver of behaviour in the present day. This can often be less than helpful in 21st century life. It's worth remembering this tendency of the human brain, so when we're being negative, we can do a quick internal check. Am I catastrophizing? How likely is this to happen? Even if it did, what's the worst case scenario? Is it really life or death? Learning to spot our negative biases can be useful. When we notice we're doing it, we can use some simple tricks to put ourselves in a more positive frame of mind and give ourselves a better chance of dealing effectively with others. Barbara Fredrickson describes two types of negativity in her book Positivity. Start there. Type 1. Necessary negativity. Negative emotion can be essential in dealing with the circumstances we find ourselves in. It's necessary if it's proportional to the facts and is a reasonable and appropriate response to the situation. If someone tramples all over one of our boundaries and we get angry, as long as it motivates us to do something about it, it's useful. Being upset because of an argument is reasonable. Going over it repeatedly and exhaustively for the rest of the day is not. Negative emotion is useless if it stops us from growing and moving forward. Type 2. Gratuitous negativity. When we allow ourselves to get swept up in negative emotions, they become unnecessary. Sometimes we get carried away by negative emotions and indulge in the urge to stoke them higher rather than finding a way to deal with them. When we get stuck in this negativity spiral, we no longer deal effectively with the problems around us. Some sources of entertainment can also spark this gratuitous negativity. For a personal example, watching the news makes me angry. For me, this had an easy solution. I simply stopped watching it. Listening to certain types of music can make me feel depressed, but this took me a lot longer to realise. The solution is a bit more nuanced. I can still listen to the music if I want to, but I feel better and respond better to the world around me and the people around me if I don't hear it all the time. It's possible that neither of these things are a problem for you, but it is worth knowing what sort of things get you angry or depressed. If you know, you've got a leg up on dealing with it. What can we do to stop gratuitous negativity taking over? Fredrickson devotes a whole chapter of her book to this. In a nutshell, we need to measure our emotional reactions against the evidence and take action to change if we realise our response is disproportionate. Anything that can adequately absorb our attention can work to keep us out of the spiral. We can use mindfulness to get ourselves back on track. One simple way of doing this is to slowly rub your index finger against your thumb so you can feel the individual ridges of your fingerprint. Focus on the sensations and you will have refocused your brain. This is good as a quick fix when we're out and about, and there are plenty of other mindset techniques you can use, including the NLP technique of anchoring yourself into a better frame of mind. When we have time, sources of entertainment that we know make us feel positive emotions, such as reading, films, music and games, can also pull us out of a negativity spiral. Use feel-good playlists. Think about what songs tend to put you in a good mood and add them in. Next time you're feeling a bit negative, experiment with listening to them and notice what happens. Go for a walk or have a dance party in your living room. You can always make an exclusive one-person guest list if you don't want to look daft in front of others. Remember, what works for you won't always work for other people. Just try out different things for yourself and keep experimenting until you find out what works best for you. It might take a bit of work, but it is worth it. And the more we practice, the easier